I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind.
Because we are actually actively looking for a place still. Carter, what's that look like?
Do not!
Be nice to him. Red leaf still left up on here. Beautiful. I wish there was more of a flow of the waterfall, but this is okay. It's not iced up, so I'm sure the ducks will still be very happy to take a very chilly spring swim. I believe the temperature says that it's 32 degrees out here, but feels like 23 or 18. Let me double check. Right, so the temperature says that it's 32, but feels like 23 outside. It's slippery in here. So the chickens are still on temporary lockdown. We planted grass seed almost a month ago, and it just started growing a little bit, but obviously it has snowed. It is actually November 11th, so literally a month ago we actually laid some seed down. Everyone has a cold in our household. Great time. The boys are definitely excited because it's our first little snow of like this year. We have to move out of our house for 2 to 3 weeks. So basically we went to Lowe's the other day, we picked out our paint, and we were going to do this all ourselves, but it's going to take a lot longer. So I would say, I may not have the paint color, I don't know. If not, I'll try to have Austin send me a picture, or I'll just get a video of it later. But we picked out 3 colors. It's basically, the boys' room will be the one that has the biggest pop of color. Our living room is kind of more so the brown, because I want it to blend naturally with the bathroom and living room, where I have that pinkish color on there. And also it is kind of dark in there, and I was going to do like a bright, not really a bright, but like a barn deep maroon color almost, but then it would have been too much with the brick wall with the fireplace. So we just kind of went with like a neutral color, and then a cream light color for our bedroom. That way it's kind of timeless. And also because if we stay here, then eventually we will be building on to our 2-bay garage, and therefore our bedroom will move anyway. So I really don't want to do like an in-depth color like we did at our last house and then move, because we are actually actively looking for a place still, but that's only if we can find the right deal for the right price, and then we would technically be debt free, because the only thing we own right now is our house, aka the property, you know, tomato. So we actually went and looked at a place, but it just did not work out. We put an offer in for lower because the pictures online showed that it was completely done, and then when we showed up, the toilet was literally in the bathtub. Like, it was obliterated, so we would have had to work to that. It was just not what we expected. So we did put an offer in, but then someone else put a higher offer in, and so they took it. So it was kind of like, okay, we really didn't want to pay more, and we didn't really want to put an offer in, but we're just going to see what comes out of it. But for the meantime, this is kind of where we're staying, so we are continuously fixing it up as how we would want it, just in case we do stay here forever. But it's just in that sense of never say never, basically. This will make 2 years since we signed on the papers, and then January of 2026, I think that'll make 2 years since we actually fully moved in, finished remodeling of part of the house. So it's exciting that we're doing the rest of that, and really we won't have to do anything else to the house besides remodeling. I know this is very lengthy, but I'm trying to catch up and just do a little chatty while the boys are playing in the snow. We also got rid of the front loader. I know, shocker. We're looking for a tractor though. But for the meantime, a lot of the projects are now indoors. Later, we will actually be leaving to go find some thrift some little jackets for the oldest. I love Carhartt, but I'm not paying the full price since they're growing, and I do a lot of the hand-me-downs. So I found a little Carhartt jacket and one other jacket she's selling for both for $40. So it kind of works out. So we're gonna go in a little bit to pick those up, and then the rest of that we're just tidying up because there's a countdown until we have to be out of this house, and I need to start catching up on all the things that we have to do: laundry, cleaning, etc. They are laying. Okay. Just one. Well, then let's give them a little bit. They might be cold. They might not be laying. Soon they're going to stop laying anyways. Because I also don't put heat in here. I don't do extra lighting, extra heat, nothing. I let them do it the natural way. Let's go inside and warm up. Jackets have been secured. Look how cute. I love Carhartt, but I'm just not all for paying full price just yet. It's not the brown like Austin and they already have. Yeah, this is your new one. This was also in there. She would not separate. $40 for both. By the way, I didn't pay full price.
Do I be all?
No.
Okay.
Break it in half.
Yet.
Fun fact, I used to despise jelly. Trash day. Did you forget to put your trash out? That's like one of the worst things you could ever do in your adult life, is forget that it's trash day. I used to despise jelly. And then when we were living with my grandmother, while we were redoing this part, she put some yellow jelly out. I don't remember what it was like, but she was like, try it. So I tried it and I was like, oh, that's actually not too bad. So I realized my taste buds had changed, and now I pretty much every time either do grape jelly or apple butter, but we don't have any apple butter. But don't fret, I'm gonna be getting some soon, and I'm so excited to live off of apple butter. I need to make some, but your girl does not have time for that right now, considering we're about to be leaving this place for 3 weeks. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do with our inside cats, and I got 4 fried eggs. I used to do 4 toast, but I just now cut them and do that way it's not too much for my hormones. I typically do maybe 3 slices, but the thing is, this equals 1 whole because I cut them in half. So I technically only have 1 slice, because eating so much of this, 1, sodium, and 2, it could also be too much and throw your hormones off. And we all know I'm trying to regulate my hormones and all that stuff, because I had 2 kids back to back, and I don't think I've ever really had regular hormones, and I may never, honestly, because some of the things I do, like coffee and whatnot, but I can try my best. So lately I have been doing some boiled eggs to the boys, and I will do an extra one sometimes for Lucy, and I'll put it in her bowl. But today I did not do that, and she was looking at me sideways. So there was a couple left over from the boys not eating them, so I ended up just cutting that up, obviously, and putting that in her bowl. Stay. Shake. Yes. About how I'm trying to balance my hormones, yet here I am eating a Christmas tree wannabe zebra cake. Moderation is key though. I think it's almost time to make some banana bread. So I don't know if y'all have heard of Javvy before, but they have a lot of syrups. They have some protein coffee. So I'm gonna do this because I know I'm gonna be doing some running around and I'm not gonna be able to get too much of my protein. So just from one scoop, you actually get 10 grams of your protein. So if you want to do 2 scoops, you can. More power to you. If you want to get protein milk, that also adds your protein intake, but I'm going to use regular, as well as using water. I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to add some chocolate syrup. I don't have a lot of the fancy stuff when it comes to chocolate. Like this is just kind of all new, and I love experimenting. But one cool thing also about this is not only are you getting your protein intake while getting coffee, so you're not having that crash after you have a cup, but you're also only getting 70 calories. So it's very low in calories. So if you're trying to stick to a diet, not only are you getting the low calories, but you're also getting decent ingredients as well as your protein. So you're kind of like getting a 2-in-1 deal. It doesn't have that bitter or chalky taste whatsoever. I actually drink this multiple times a day. And obviously chasing after 2 boys, it's very helpful to have something that one benefits my health, especially being out here doing all these little chores, all these little projects. Ever try this? Let me know your go-to recipe and how you make it, because I'm definitely open to some recipes. There's no artificial sweeteners, no added sugar, and you only get 80 milligrams of your caffeine intake. And just like that, I have a little sweet treat, and you can have a sweet treat as well if you go down in the description below and click the link. I also have a discount code, so you can get 20% off on your first purchase. That literally tastes like a frappe mocha. But I hope you enjoy doing these morning of my lives with me. It's about to get very hectic, so I've been trying to take in the very slow pace, even though it's not really felt slow pace because we've been doing errands, and I'm actually about to leave the house to go get some cash out of the bank for these contractors. We will be moving out of the house for 2 to 3 weeks, sadly, and I really wanted to decorate and get the house all cozy for Christmas, but I can't do that quite yet. We will be moving in with my grandmother. I actually have a video on this. Years ago, I posted where we had to stay there for a week because we were selling our other house and still remodeling the kitchen, dining room, bathroom, laundry room area. So now we're just finishing the rest of the house, which is exciting. And then later on, we will talk about remodeling the 2-bay garage, as I kind of was talking a little bit earlier in this video. The grass seed is also growing, so hopefully soon the chickens can come back and be pasture raised instead of just kind of like in their double run area. And I've done a lot of decluttering, so that I'm very proud of. Tomorrow estate sales to start finding things to hang out throughout the house. I hope you enjoyed these past 2 mornings with us, and like I said, there'll be a link down in the description down below if you want to check it out. I need to do a little bit more cleaning, then we need to skedaddle before the bank closes. Do you all see those? Look, that's grass growing. There's not been grass here since we had a property logged around April or May or something, and ever since then, this has been atrocious. So It's so reassuring seeing all that seed flourishing. So that means the seed's growing and therefore the chickens can return back outside. Okay, I got my second coffee of the day, my to-go cup, or my to-go Proffee. So we're gonna skedaddle, go do some errands. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.